feeling exceptionally pasty today, but that's just my face. Hey guys, so today we are going to film me doing a soap brows. What year is this? I know I'm like 10 years late on the soap brow trend, but it was never anything I really followed when it first came out. I feel like a lot of like super Instagram girls were doing it, so I wasn't paying attention. And then back then I feel like they were really doing it with like dip brow, and it was like intense brows. But now the fluffy brow trend is upon us. And I really wanted to see if I can get the same results with soap brows as I can with brow lamination, because I love the idea of brow lamination, but paying $80 for something that's going to last, that's how much it is in my area, for something that's gonna last me 3 months when I'm in a fucking pandemic and I'm not leaving my house seems a little pointless, like a waste of money. And it's just not something that I can afford right now to spend frivolously on. I mean, if you can and you want to, you go girl, do your thing, but it's just like not something I want to spend money on right now. So I kind of wanted to see if soap brows could give me the same look as brow lamination, because I have annoying eyebrows. Like, listen, I have like pretty nice fluffy brows. They're very full, very thick. I think the problem with right now is that I don't have my brows on, so I look crazy. I have very full, thick, bushy brows, but my brows are, because they're so thick and so coarse, like my natural hair, they stick up in their own ways and nothing has ever been able to tame them. I have used all the brow gels in the world, and I will zoom you in a second to show you, but like my brows on the ends here just like stick out in all different directions. Literally, I got my eyebrows done at the Benefit Brow Bar by a new girl a few weeks ago, and she was like, have you ever considered brow lamination? And I was like, well, yeah, I've thought about it. And she was like, because I think it would be really good for you, because she literally said, your brows just kind of do what they want to do. Like, they stick out like cat whiskers. And I was like, I mean, truthful, but also hurtful. Thanks. So, and I mean, she's not wrong. But like, how dare you? So I've been thinking about what I've been trying all the different brow gels. Nothing fucking works. People always tell me that there's great brow gels, and then when I use them, nada. So I was like, bitch, why don't you try the soap brow trend? It's like, it's all the bee's knees. It's what all the girls used to do. Let's see if it works for you now. So before I get into this video, subscribe to my channel every Tuesday and Thursday. Everything on my face I'll talk about at the end of the video. I did also just, a lot of it is what I just purchased from Sephora in the Sephora VIB sale, and I will upload my haul before this video, so you should check that out. But yeah, subscribe to my channel. Let's see if soap brows work. So I watched a video by a girl named, I can't remember her name now, Katarina. I'll link it down below. I made notes so that I don't do this wrong, because originally, so the first step is that you need to, well, the first step is you're supposed to do it with a blank face. I already broke that rule. My whole face is on, although I didn't set my foundation, so if it kind of fucks up around my brows, my foundation, I can always just go back over it with my beauty blender and just kind of like touch it up. I'm not that concerned about that, to be honest, because I'm wearing like a pretty like malleable foundation. I'm wearing the Pat McGrath foundation. So I already broke the first rule. This is how we do things around here. Second rule is that you need soap. Everyone says to use clear soap, because if you use like white soap, it can kind of build up in your brows and show. So I originally Googled clear soap, and the first thing that came up was the Dr. Bronner soap, and I was like, perfect. So I bought that, and it's all wrapped in like paper at the store, and then I came home, and this is what she looks like. Not clear. Now I like tried to half-ass use this in my brows before filming this video, and it did kind of give me like balls of product, but I also think I did it wrong. So I've moved on from this, which is fine. It's like $4, and I'll just use it to clean my brushes, because I use Dr. Bronner to clean my brushes anyways. So then I was on the hunt for clear soap. So I went to the store again, and I found this soap. This is the Pears Pure and Gentle, it literally says transparent soap on it, and I didn't realize it, but this has 3 bars in it. I think it was super cheap. So I've already opened 1 bar, and as you can see, she's transparent, she's clear, she's see-through. We are on the right step. So the first step is to wet it and then let it set. This is the thing I fucked up on when I was trying it before. You need to let it set so that it can kind of get like gunky, so that it forms a paste. So she said it was setting spray in her video, so I'm gonna do the same thing. So I'm just gonna give it 3 sprays. looks like this. It's dripping. And then I'm just gonna kind of sit it down on my table and let it do its thing. And the next thing you obviously need for this are some sort of spoolie. So let's see what I have here. So I have 3 spoolies on hand. I have this one on the end of the ColourPop, what is this called? Brow Boss. I'm in the shade, what shade do I have? This is the shade Dark Brown, which honestly, I'm trying to use it up. I like it on days when like your no makeup days, because while it does look pretty pigmented, when you put it on, it doesn't show pretty pigmented. It's a little bit more like a natural brow. I have this one on the end of the Benefit Goof Proof, and then I have this one on my Anastasia number 12 brush. Now, I think for today, I'm going to use the one on the ColourPop one because it looks like it's smaller, and it's a much, like the brush hairs are so much stiffer than the other two. Like the other two have pretty soft brush hairs, but these ones are very stiff. So that's kind of what I'm going for because I want to be able to like really get in there and pull my brush hairs up. And then you'll also need a clean spoolie just to kind of brush through it after the fact. So yeah, let's just wait for this to set and then we can brush our little hearts out. Okay, so I've zoomed in a bit just so I can show you the eyebrow hairs. So if I turn my head, hopefully, you should be able to, here you go. You should be able to see that my eyebrows quite literally stand up. Now, if I brush them out with a spoolie, it changes nothing. They literally they are 3D brows. They stick out from my head like Andy Rooney, which like, is not ideal, let's be real. Why do I look so ghostly today? I think it's because I had to close the window because the sun was shining right through and now I look like a ghost. Okay, let's see if this is ready. Let's start kind of working this into a paste. This is what she did. She just kind of worked it around and she like really gave her. Like when I did it first time, I was just kind of like gently rubbing my fingers or like rubbing my brush in there, but like she did this and then she kind of, I guess this would probably be easier with a flat bar of soap, but she kind of pushed it and I feel like I'm cracking the brush. Kind of pushed it, got off the extra product. Okay. I need a mirror. We're gonna try with just one brow first and see what happens. So I'm just gonna hold my mirror right there, LOL. So she used the spoolie to just kind of start brushing it through the hairs. Like first she just brushed through the hairs, like not really doing anything magical with it. Oh, see, the issue is this spoolie's broken. It has fallen out of my thing, but it's fine. It's fine. It's fine. This is the janky version of this girl's video. So then after she did that, she took more of the paste and put it on her spoolie. Oh my God, my spoolie is full of paste. And then she starts pushing it up. And like, I'm not gonna lie to you, other than the brush falling out of my pencil, I'm just gonna have to probably hold it closer. Like, this is working. Which is, I kind of expected it because look how long my brow hairs are. For me, my front brow hairs are always pretty well, especially on this eyebrow, but it's these little suckers over here, although this is laying them pretty flat. I just kind of, once I feel like one side of the spoolie isn't cooperating anymore, I just kind of roll the spoolie over. Okay, we are doing well. Now I have a little bit of product here that I'm just gonna kind of swipe out. Okay, look at this brow compared to this brow. She is a fluffy, magical being. So then she took a clean spoolie. I'm just gonna take the one from the Benefit Goof Proof and just kind of brushed through. I think this is just supposed to kind of get the excess product out, just so that, which is what I probably just did with my fingers that I wasn't supposed to do, but it's fine. This literally feels like it's glued to my face in like the most perfect way. So then she took, Jill said for any stubborn hairs she has, like these ones for me, they're kind of going too much this way, which I will be brushing them, but she just kind of turns it this way and brushes it up. and like, wow, magical. And then she just kind of brushes it over one more time with the pasty brush just to lock it in. I'm calling it a pasty brush, you know what I mean. And then the last step is to brush the hairs down because as you can see, they're sticking up. So I'm just going to, I kind of want to keep the front ones going, but like these ones over here need to be controlled. Oh my God. Is this the most beautiful eyebrow I've ever seen in my entire life? And then again, I'm just gonna take a clean spoolie and just kind of brush out any of that chunky wax. Okay, wow, she's beautiful. She's beautiful. Like, I always have a hard time with this part right here in my eyebrow because these brows do not lay there. And now look at it, it's like filled in. Although I do kind of feel like these brow hairs have kind of like clumped together. So I'm just gonna brush it through slightly, and it really does just help to separate them in the most perfect way. And as you can see, some of my foundation has rubbed off, which is fine. I'm just gonna kind of re-dot over it. So I might, like, this is my issue with this, is I need to figure out how to perfect this because I really don't want to have to do my eyebrows first. Okay, so this is one brow. Now, normally I would do the other brow and then fill them in, but what I'm actually gonna do today is fill this brow in so that we can see the comparison, and I'll probably just do the other brow off screen. I'm gonna start with the Brow Boss just because I can fill in this spot. Like, look how full my eyebrow is. I'm shook. So the first thing I'm gonna do is, I like to draw the line here. You can't stop me. And I'm just gonna try to, I don't know why I was holding the mirror so far away. Like, I do feel like I need a thicker brow product just for the front, so I'm going to take, and I guess you just kind of want to swipe in the direction of the brows, obviously. Like, you're trying to, you don't want to disturb them, although I will say they 100% feel glued to my face. And then again, I can just kind of take my spoolie, brush these babies out. Okay, these eyebrows look insane. Like, I don't know if I like it or not. Is that weird? Sometimes I do feel like I put too much product in the front of my brow, and because the Goof Proof is so malleable, I can kind of just tap and swipe up and it just kind of helps it. These eyebrows are 1,000 times bushier than I ever expected. Let me put my other eyebrow on and I'll be back and we can figure out if we hate them or not. Okay, we're back with the world's fluffiest brows. What do we think? I kind of don't know how I feel about them. Like, I definitely thought I was gonna put these on and feel like magical, but like part of me is like, do I like these? Part of me also felt like that brow was pointed too high. Like, I feel like, let me zoom you in a little bit. I feel like this brow looks nicer. This is my nicer brow. Always has been. This brow, it looks almost fatter. I think it's because this inner part, these brow hairs just stick up so much higher. So maybe what I need to do is this. Did that help? Did that do anything? I don't know. Like, I will say it's definitely like a situation, but I will also say that it definitely looks like your eyebrows are glued to your face, which makes me feel like that's what brow lamination would also look like. I'm gonna insert a picture of brow lamination over here somewhere so we can kind of compare and contrast. What do you guys think? Do you think it looks the same? Because I kind of think that like this is what brow lamination looks like. I have a hair here. So yeah, I'm not sure. Like, it definitely looks much fluffier, although I do kind of feel like they look very cool toned, which I think is because I didn't really get to put, like, that's my natural brow color, whereas I didn't get to really fill them in too much. So what do you guys think? Is she magical? Is she beautiful? Like, it definitely looks like my eyebrows are glued to my face, and it definitely feels like my eyebrows are glued to my face, but I also am like kind of feeling the fluffy, like, Lily Collins vibes, you know? Like, I feel like I could be Lily Collins. Am I Lily Collins? Maybe. The more I think, like, I'm not used to this fluffy of a brow, but the more I look at it, the more I'm feeling it. So that's my video. It's kind of just me discovering whether or not I like fluffy soap brows, and I'm still on the fence, but I also I kind of like this technique, even if you're not, just kicked my garbage can, sorry. Even if you want to get brow lamination done, I would say try this out, because I really do feel like this is kind of what brow lamination looks like, because it really is like perming your hairs upwards. It probably doesn't feel like it's glued to your face as much, but it's kind of what they look like. And like, honestly, I kind of feel it. Obviously, brow lamination only really works if you have fuller brows, but I am very impressed with how this kind of laid down the outer part of my brows. Part of me is thinking about, like, maybe this would work well for me. Sorry, my mirror's over here, so I keep looking at keep looking at this brow sideways, being like, are you cute? You're kind of cute. I feel like it might be nice to do just kind of like soap brows on the outer half of my brow, because like these are the hairs that always stick up, and like look it, there's nothing sticking up. These babies are super glued to my face, and I love that part about it. I'm just not sure how I feel about it in the front part, so what I might actually experiment with doing is just doing soap brows, like maybe just like, even like if I just left out the front part or some parts, and then just kind of did the back half, because the back half is where I have problems, and like honestly, the more I look at it, the more I like it. So let me know down below what you guys think about soap brows. Have you tried them? Am I 7 years too late? Do you not care anymore? And or do you like these soap brows on me? I don't know how I feel, but like the more I wear them and look at them, the more I like them. Also, the more I wear them, the less I can feel the sensation of them being glued to my face. Just putting it out there for you guys. But like, I'm kind of into it. I'm very torn. So thank you guys for watching. Let me know down below what you guys think, and I will talk to you guys next time. Bye.